and I want to welcome you to another episode of Beyond the Surface Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. Today I want to talk about the reality that sometimes we may have to nurse from another woman's breast. This title may seem over the top, but as I go through this talk, it'll make more sense. I have a friend who is my teacher partner in Zambia, and she was sort of observing the work I was doing with the girls here in Ghana and began to mimic it. And from that, I loved her enthusiasm and her excitement to teach her girls how to think outside the box and do some sort of creative activities besides just the standard instruction. And so I umbrellaed her under my curriculum and began to send her curriculum and got a small sponsor that will send them at least $25 to $30 each week so that she can get the equipment, all the stuff that she needs to make those lessons come alive. So the Wonderland Zambia is a spot that I feel very proud of. Nonetheless, she contacted me because her sister is giving birth to a Premie, and he is fighting to be here. His name is Purpose. When he was born, after so many days, they had them leave. That's how Africa is. It is a cash carry society. If you got enough money, you can pay for it. If you don't have enough money, you have to go. It's that simple. So mom has went home. The midwives are not in the area. I linked her with a woman that I know, Jovan Muhammad, who is a midwife. We call them doulas here in the U.S., and she was walking them through some of the stuff that was scaring the mom. The baby was a bit jaundiced. He was struggling to nurse and thrive. They was worried about him, but they couldn't take him back to the hospital because the funds aren't there. Nonetheless, he started doing better, relaxed the mom, because one thing she explained to the mom, if you get upset, that milk is not going to flow. Stress will shut that milk down. So you need to remain relaxed. You need to feed him more often instead of trying to wait for him to wake up and give that big feeding. Stir him and let him suckle on and off. And so we had some days where Purpose was doing well. I got a message that his health went down. And to the point that, he was struggling to breathe. And so they got scared because he had to be placed on oxygen. I said, calm down. Premie's lungs are, that's one of the areas that develops the latest when babies are in the womb. Let him get that oxygen. It'll only strengthen him. He just needs some help. So he's still here. Then I got another, now something happened where he needed blood. Now they're Black Jews. And so they don't believe in blood transfusions, much like the Jehovah's Witnesses. So I said, calm down, talk to them. One, see if the mother is a match, because sometimes the baby and the mother are not a match, believe it or not. But two, also ask them about blood plasma. See if they can use the plasma if you don't want blood transfusion, because this is a standard thing that we do in the U.S. for folks who don't want to take in other people's blood, okay? She did that. They said they only give plasma if there's no blood. So they have a different rule in Zambia than they have in the U.S. I said, okay, fine. So he got his transfusion. And it looked like it was stabilizing him. Now he's turned dark. From having a blood transfusion, he's turned dark. And she's gotten worried because now the mom has gotten so stressed out, the milk isn't flowing. And so I said to her, who is another woman that he can suckle from? Because he's still here and he still needs to eat. Who can he suckle from? This is Africa. We're not talking going to get Similac and baby bottles, and none of that goes on here. Women feed on command. Babies can nurse from their mothers on command. I said, I know this may be uncomfortable, but who else can he nurse from? And so my friend got scared and she said, won't he absorb the energy of that woman? Won't he pick up some of her weight? I said, no, listen, sometimes we have to nurse. We have to nurse from another woman's breast. Sometimes a baby suckles from another mother that is lactating just so that they can thrive. It happens in the wild. It happens among humans. I said, now, you be smart. Select a woman, approach a woman that is loving, that you love, that you like her exchange with her own children. Approach an elder, a woman, an older woman who has many children and is used to it, but he has to have nutrition to be here. Sometimes we got to nurse from another woman. We just have to. And I said, it's only for a time. It's only for a time. But we're fighting. We're helping him fight to live. She said, can't the baby be connected to the other woman? I would hope so. I would hope that in that time that he's nursing, that there is some sort of loving exchange, but it has to happen. I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. They used us for that. They used the slave. The white woman used the black woman to nurse her own baby. She wanted to keep her figure. She wanted to keep her time. And they literally used us to nurse their babies. And she said, really? I said, really? And I sent her a picture. And she was outdone. She said, wow. I said, yeah, slaveocracy was a monster. It was a monster. And I said, then they had rules. The white baby and the black baby could not suckle on the same breast. And there was a penalty if that woman put her black baby on that breast. Sometimes they wouldn't even let you nurse your baby. And furthermore, you had to nurse that. If two babies was crying, you had to nurse that white baby first. I said, listen, we've been here a long time helping a lot of people thrive. There's no shame in helping a baby thrive. But that baby is going to have to suckle from another mom if she has stopped producing milk. I suggested a warm compress. We're in Africa where oftentimes you don't have heated water. She can heat water, but it's not like us where we can just stand in a hot flowing shower, which is really what she needs to let it go. I asked, was the husband around? I said, can the husband rub her and suckle her some? No, he's away. I said, this is where we need another woman. We need another mature, loving woman to step up and assist Little Purpose. And it's nothing lost in that. She's learning and I'm learning. These are some of the conversations that African and black women need to have to understand each other, to understand the way we fight, why the American black woman is a strategist, why she's so stubborn. This is why we've been through an awful lot. And we get penalized for having gone through it and still carry some of the energy scars of it. You know, we're bossy and assertive and opinionated. You're damn right. We've had to be that to be here. And in the meantime, we've sometimes had to nurse from another woman, and another woman's child has had to nurse from us. A lot to think about. This is Beyond the Surface Radio with your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. And until we chat again, be safe in God's grace.